All right. Got that upgrade itch, huh?
Yeah, I know the feeling.
That's what we're diving into today.
We're going to be talking all about whether you should upgrade or not.
Should you upgrade to that shiny new AM5 platform? Or should you stick with what you got?
You know, especially...
Like a Ryzen 5800X.
Especially if you're rocking that Ryzen 5800X.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid CPU.
That's a really great CPU still.
So we're going to help you figure out what's the right decision for you.
You know, sort through all that jargon.
Yeah, there's so much out there.
All those benchmarks.
We're going to try to
cut through it all.
Yeah, just cut through all that noise.
Yeah, make the right decision for your needs.
And help you figure out what's right for your budget as well.
Yeah, because these things can be pricey.
Oh, absolutely.
So, you know, starting off, you've got a 5800X.
You already said it.
That's not...
It's a beast.
It's a beast of a CPU.
It really is.
I mean, that thing can handle...
Pretty much any game you throw at it.
Yeah, you can crank the settings up.
You can go 1440p.
Yeah, 4K.
I want to play 4K. You can do it.
Maybe not max settings 4K, but you can do it.
It's a little tough to get max settings 4K.
A little tough to get those frames up.
But yeah. You know, I still see the appeal of wanting that.
Oh, yeah, of course. AM5 is shiny and new. All that new tech.
What am I missing out on?
Well, AM5 really is the future of AMD's platform.
Yeah.
I mean, it has support for things like PCIe 5.0.
PCIe 5.0.
Yeah, think of it like a superhighway for data.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Right. PCIe 5.0 is like this big, wide highway.
Oh, cool.
All the data just flowing freely between your components.
That's going to give me a lot more.
Yeah, especially that connection between your CPU and your GPU.
My CPU and my graphics card.
Yeah, that's where you're going to see those big gains down the line.
Okay, so down the line.
Especially with the next generation of graphics cards coming out.
That's what I'm thinking.
Those things are power hungry.
They need all the bandwidth they can get.
Yeah, they need that wide highway.
So, okay, I get it.
So yeah, for somebody building a brand new PC AM5 makes a lot of sense.
Right. You're starting fresh. You go with the latest and greatest.
Yeah. Future-proof yourself a bit.
But what about someone like me?
Yeah.
Already got a system. It's running fine.
Yeah, you got that 5800X humming along.
What do? Is it really worth the cost?
That's the question, isn't it?
Of a whole platform switch.
It's not just the CPU.
Yeah. You got to get that new motherboard.
A new motherboard. Got to get that DDR5 RAM.
DDR5. Okay, yeah.
Which can still be a little pricey.
I know. It's a little...
Compared to DDR4.
Yeah.
It's definitely an investment.
It adds up.
It does.
So, like, okay, if I'm going AM5,
yeah,
I get the 7600 is an upgrade.
It is an upgrade.
Over the 5800X.
It is
a slight upgrade.
But it's not a...
But I'm already spending all this money.
Yeah, if you're already going to spend the money on the motherboard and the RAM...
Wouldn't it make more sense to go a little higher?
You'd think so, right?
Up in that AM5 lineup.
Yeah. Get something with a little more oomph.
A little more oomph, yeah.
Like a 7700X.
Okay.
Or even a 7900X.
7900X. Those are some powerful CPUs.
They are powerhouses.
But now we're talking even more money.
That's the thing. Yeah, it gets pricey quickly.
So how do I even know? How do I even know if I need that much power?
You got to think about...
I mean...
What are your performance goals?
Yeah.
Are you trying to squeeze every last frame out of your system?
You know, am I...
Or are you happy?
A smooth, enjoyable experience.
I mean, if you're already rocking a 5800X...
I think so.
You're probably getting a pretty darn good experience.
Probably already pretty happy.
So, do you really need to spend all that extra money?
So you're saying maybe stick with the 5800X.
It's an option.
And put that money towards something else.
Yeah, like a GPU upgrade.
Right, graphics card.
Yeah, because those those
can make a big difference.
A huge difference. Especially if your graphics card is starting to show its age.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you might see a more noticeable
improvement in your games.
Than just upgrading the CPU.
It's like when DDR4 first came out.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, man, got to get that DDR4.
Got to have the latest and greatest RAM.
And now it's DDR5.
Now it's all about DDR5.
And it just makes you wonder what's next.
It's like a never-ending cycle.
Yeah,
it's the tech world.
It moves so fast.
It just keeps moving.
And speaking of what's next.
Speaking of that.
AMD's already working on.
Yeah, they're not resting on their laurels.
The next generation.
Nope.
After Ryzen 7000.
They're already cooking up.
What do they even call it?
We don't know the name yet.
They're so secretive.
They're keeping it under wraps.
So maybe just wait.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, maybe wait and see.
Let them bake it a little longer.
See what they come up with.
See what kind of performance they can squeeze out.
See what kind of crazy features.
And then you can make a more informed decision.
That's a good point.
Sometimes patience is a virtue.
Patience in the tech world.
Okay, so let's say I'm ready to upgrade.
You're itching for that upgrade.
I want more performance, but I also want to stay on my current platform.
You want to keep that AM4?
My AM4 platform.
Are there any options?
Tell me what I got.
Well, you've got a really good option, actually.
Lay it on me.
The Ryzen 9 9800X3D.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
It's a beast of a gaming CPU.
Yeah?
I mean, it uses this technology called 3D V-cache.
3D V-cache? No, that's a...
It's like a secret weapon.
Yeah.
It's basically like giving your CPU
okay.
a massive, super fast,
okay.
short-term memory boost. Yeah, I can just chew through data.
It's got all that information.
It's got it right there, ready to go.
Doesn't have to go searching for it?
No searching, no waiting.
So for someone who wants a noticeable...
You're going to feel a
jump in performance?
Yep. Without the hassle of switching platforms.
Without having to buy all that new stuff.
That 9800X3D sounds like a pretty good option.
It's a really compelling option.
It does.
Especially for gamers who are just looking for that extra edge. I mean, it's still...
Isn't DDR5 still really expensive?
It can be.
Yeah, and I need that for the 9800X3D.
You need DDR4 for that.
Oh, DDR4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it worth it?
Yeah. You know, it really all comes back to...
It does,
like you said earlier.
What are your performance goals?
What am I trying to do here?
Yeah, are you trying to get like the absolute...
You know, trying to win some esports tournament?
Esports pro level frames per second?
Or am I just trying to have a...
Or are you just a casual gamer?
Enjoyable.
Yeah, who wants...
Smooth gaming experience.
To have a good time.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at.
I think that's where a lot of people are at.
Yeah.
Just want to enjoy the games.
I just want to enjoy the games.
Without any stuttering.
Yeah.
There's no right answer.
Yeah. It depends on...
One size fits all.
Your individual...
here. It depends.
Your needs, your budget.
What I'm trying to do.
All those factors.
So really figure out
what's important to you.
What you want to do with your P3.
And then make your decision based on that.
And then you can decide.
Don't get caught up in the hype.
Do I stick with my 5800X? Do I go for an AM4 upgrade?
Yeah.
Or do I take the plunge?
Jump into the deep end.
That AM5.
With AM5.
All right.
One last thing.
Yeah.
If your 5800X is a bottleneck.
What does that mean?
That means it's holding back the performance.
Okay, so like it's not...
It's like a chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
Yeah, okay.
If your 5800X is that weakest link...
Got it.
Then it might be time to consider an upgrade.
All right, this has been super helpful.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate you breaking this down.
I'm glad we could help.
Now let us know what you decide. Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Hit us up.
On social media.
Tell us all about your upgrade journey.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
And of course, happy gaming, everybody.
Happy gaming.